Stevie Eskenazi was in the runs again, but Middlesex were well beaten at Lord's by Surrey, losing their latest Vitality Blast match by 30 runs. Put in, Surrey looked to Hashim Amla to show his class, and that's exactly what he did from the off. Some fine shots seeing him quickly into the 20s. His opening partner Will Jacks then went after Tim Murter, this 6 and 2 4s, coming off successive deliveries in an over, which went for 16 runs. Surrey got to 59 in the 6 overs of power play, Jacks showing that this was a very good batting surface. A third 6 from Jacks was soon followed by numbers 4 and 5. Luke Holman the man to suffer this time, as the visitors were up to 99 without loss at the halfway stage, Jacks helping himself to a 26-ball 50. Murter finally ended this impressive stand, Jacks not middling one, to Sky to Holman after making 55. Amla then completed his 50 with this 6, his runs coming from 37 deliveries. He went big again following a couple of quieter overs as his side looked to finish as strongly as they'd begun. Nathan Souter though brought an end to the ageing South African's knock, Amla on his way for 67, Surrey at 138 for 2 with 5 overs remaining. It was time for the rest to have a dart, and Rory Burns smashed 25 off only 9 balls before picking out Stephen Finn off Tom Helm, 3 overs left, and the total read 171 for 3. Helm struck again in the penultimate over, Laurie Evans holding out on 26. That over cost 14, while the last one went for 21 as Surrey ended on 218 for 5, Jamie Overton clubbing a couple of 6s off Finn to give his side the impetus going into the break. As he's done all season, Eskenazi got his team off and running by twice depositing Reece Topley over the rope in the 3rd over of the reply. Both shots struck with power and timing, 24 of the runs knocked off in the first 3 overs. Max Holden then joined in with a huge hit of Gus Atkinson, Middlesex showing that the target was certainly not beyond reach. Alas, Holden went in the same over, a hard cut flying straight to Jamie Smith, who'd just been placed in that position. That brought in newcomer Joe Cracknell, who missed out on his first 4 deliveries before slapping Jamie Overton for this massive maximum. What a start for the 20-year-old. Eskenazi and his young partner carried the total to 58 for 1 in the power play, and then Eskenazi powered a sweep shot over the rope. He then added his 4th maximum in the 9th over, the opener's form in this season's competition, bordering on the superb. And what about this for composure from the man making his debut, this coming off the first delivery bowled by a 42-year-old Gareth Batty. But the old statesman replied by removing the youngster, who impressed in making 28, those runs occupying 21 balls. He'd helped his side to 86 for 2 at the halfway point of the chase, 133 more needed from the last 10, and Eskenazi now held the key as he just made it to his 4th 50 of the tournament, 27 balls needed for this one. He now earns support from John Simpson. It was now raining 6s, these 2 for the left-hander, the latest on a night that had plenty. And it meant that Middlesex was still very much in this match, Eskenazi by now making batting look rather easy. The target was down to 93 off 7, Eskenazi had 6 6s in his 66. It was becoming a sensational chase, but the boundaries then dried up until this one to leave 74 to get off 5. A big over was now needed, and the 16th began with yet another 6 for Simpson, but that was the last time Middlesex were in this contest. 2 balls later, Simpson sliced Daniel Moriarty to backward point to fall for a 31 made off 17 balls. The over went for only 8 runs in the end. That left the task surely beyond the home team. It was now all down to Eskenazi, but he was run out for 77, trying to keep the strike. A brilliant knock again, but this time just not enough. 2 new batsmen in and 61 required from 18 balls meant it was all but over. When Jack Davis hauled out off Moriarty on 8, it was. Only 1 boundary from the last 29 balls saw Middlesex end on 188 for 5, and that meant a loss by 30 runs. They now need to win at Kent on Wednesday afternoon.